Sorry. Hi everyone, my name's Ray Ray. I'm going to be your MC for the evening. We'll just going to kick off with a set from the Darwin World Mix Band. Very fortunate to have them this afternoon. If you just all want to come in so you can hear more. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you. There are usually more of us, but not tonight. They're doing other things. This is Deepak Lal. My name is Bong Ramiro. We'll do a few, maybe 2 songs for you, or 2 pieces for you. This first one I'm doing is an old activist song from the Philippines, telling stories of union organizer who disappeared, and a farmer who disappeared, and a whole community that disappeared because the government had other plans to make it's beautiful and to grab the land and to stop labor unions. So this is Halina, written by Jesus Manuel Santiago. Halina, halina. Now we'll have Deepak playing for us. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. And there's lots of people singing, including you, June. She wants one more. So, yeah, we have been instructed by Auntie June. The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me. But you is filled with music. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental, some of it's just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me. You can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago, full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things. You ought to give me wedding rings. But I love it when you give me things. You ought to give me wedding rings. You ought to give me wedding rings. Thank you.
That was Darwin World Mixed Band. Sorry. Once again, welcome to Changefest NT 2021. I'll be your MC, Ray Ray McKenzie. I'm a proud unbuttered Diama woman from Arnhem Land, West Arnhem Land. For tonight's event, sorry about that. For tonight's events, we'll have acoustic set by Jaquavis, Crystal Love doing a performance, Lena Kelly, and then I'll be doing some emceeing later on. But for one of our first acts, I'd like to invite Auntie June Mills and Auntie Kathy Mills on the stage. Yo, thank you. I'll just invite all of you to come in if you want. You might not be able to hear some of it from back there, but yeah, there's some feed by the side. There's cold water and tea as well. Help yourself. Thank you.
Even better. I don't think so, darling. I think it should be good enough, eh? The guitars are pretty loud. I think that'll be a...
I don't know. I'm not used to this. No, but you're going to talk for that, aren't you? That they can come up and have a look. It's just a display. Huh? Well, whatever, yeah. I don't know.
So, just while we're getting ready, And I would like to invite you to come forward because Mum puts a lot of effort into her little visual displays here. She hasn't really got the hang of PowerPoint and projections and all that stuff yet. She does it old school. Puts a lot of work into her little storyboards, which are just packed with history and come really close. I think that'll make you pretty happy, eh, Mum, if they came really close?
Yes, yes.
No, because look, old school, you know, I said, Mum, there's computers now and there's projectors and you can do USBs and you can get it, but she still goes old school, which is wonderful because if all that technology fails, then she's still got the storyboards. Puts a lot of effort into it. Does that feel better, Mum? Thank you. That feels a lot better. Close up. So I had to apologise for Mum yesterday. Sorry, I'm going to rave on a little bit, Mum, but because I did the welcome and the Larrakia welcome and the smoking ceremony and all that. But is that me ringing? Oh, far out. Can somebody? Sorry, darling, I'm going live stream at the moment. Can you just ring me back, please? This is, I know I'm a comedian, but this is not a comedy skit.
I'll turn it off and bring it over.
Ring me back after, love you. I didn't mean that. Nobody's rung me all day. What kind? Oh, yeah, darling. Anyway, thank you, darling.
All right.
Yesterday, as the Larrakia elder, I'm Larrakia, my mum's Kung Arakan, which is Bachelor region, about 100 kilometres from here, married to a Larrakia man, my father. Make me Larrakia, so I get to talk about Larrakia and all that stuff. So yesterday did welcome, and I had to apologise to my mother last night because we forgot to sing Arafura Pearl, which is, actually a territory icon, and she wrote it a long time ago when I was just a young kid. And we sing it at all the time to welcome people, and I just, in all the busyness, we forgot to do it. So I think maybe just for a start, Mother Bear, we should sing it, eh? Because we do it all the time, and I failed to do it yesterday. I felt really wrong. There's a couple of things I missed, but I'll get into it. Yeah, please. This is what I forget all the time. Record us, share us, everything, because we're getting old and we need our word to get out, you know? And it's lovely because we got people all around the country that can't be here. What, this is my phone again? I can't believe this. I haven't had one phone call all day. Sorry, it's just typical. Sorry, darling, I'm going live on thing, and can you ring back later, Baba, please? I'll ring you back in about 15 minutes. Sorry. I can't believe this. What, I got to turn it off? I don't even know how to turn it off. Baba, turn my phone off, please. Tia, turn it off, please, darling. I can't do this all night. All right. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to sing Arafura Phil. Arafura Phil? April's Fool. Nah. Sorry. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just happening. Anyway, Arafura Pearl is a very beautiful song which Mum wrote about our beautiful home, Darwin.
And the mix of Darwin.
Hey?
And the mix of Darwin.
Yeah. Because we grew up with a lot of music, a lot of lovely times, eh? Yeah. I like to honour my mum and dad because back in the day when I was only a teenager, there was no welfare, there was no women's refuges, there was no single mum there was no unemployment. And I'm very proud of my mum and dad we had a lot of people in our house. I thought they were family. They mostly were, but sometimes they weren't. They were just people that needed help. And my mum and dad had pretty much an open house and fed people and looked after people and gave people good directions, eh, Mum? I'm very proud of Mum and Dad over there. But that was back in the day when there was nothing. You worked or you went hungry or whatever. So, anyway. I just tuned this. What's going on? Bong. I swear I tuned this a minute ago. That'll do. On the north coast of Australia, by the Arafura Sea, there's my lovely home called Darwin in the Northern Territory. She's a jewel of a city, and I hope she'll always be free from life's unwelcome turmoil that can come relentlessly. Oh, she's a multiracial beauty. She's an adolescent girl. She's a jewel of Australia. She's the Arafura pearl. With the bright blue sea around her, like a maiden bright and fair, basking in the sunshine splendor, no beauty can compare. She sits there strong and patient, defying anything that dare bring sorrow or destruction to her people living there. Oh, she's a multiracial beauty. She's an adolescent girl. She's a jewel of Australia. She's the Arafura pearl. Bright tropical surroundings, where soft ocean breezes blow, with smiling, friendly people, wherever you may go. The paradise you're seeking is here for you to see, in my lovely home called Darwin, by the Arafura Sea. Oh, she's a multiracial beauty. She's an adolescent girl. She's a jewel of Australia. She's the Arafura pearl. Oh, she's the Arafura pearl. My Arafura pearl.
Thank you. You're going to talk here.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us tonight and listening to my beautiful grandmother read some of her poetry from over the years. She is inviting you tonight to come and sit down and read some of her books. She's got books of poetry, my great-grandfather's, a book about my great-grandfather that she just recently got published last year.
Jack McGuinness.
A lifetime in the making. And
Got our citizenship rights from the Queen, Elizabeth.
yeah, he got the Aboriginal citizenships right from the Queen Elizabeth. He was also a union delegate, eh? He was a huge union fighter for Aboriginal wages, fair wages, to get off the rations, paid rations, instead actually earning a wage in money. That's what my great-grandfather fought for. Also, you'll see the blue book is historic documentation of Aboriginal fights over the years, if anyone wants to come and have a read of that. Thank you again, and you're going to be blessed with my Nana's poetry.
I was surprised when I had some poetry given to me yesterday from people around Australia, Aboriginal people. And we've been trying to express our position and calling for a better relationship between everyone in Australia. And I was quietly surprised that most of the headings that I saw in the poetry was headings that I wrote about. And I wanted to share that tonight because we're all on the same page and we all, it's inevitable, and I'm so excited. I'm saying this is the highlight of my life and my political endeavours over the year. And for tonight, I'll read Aborigine because that's one of the poems that was given to me yesterday from another person that wrote about Aborigine. I'm saying, don't be the driftwood that's tossed on a sea of misery. Don't be a cardboard cutout effigy. Don't be a fleeting memory of our people. You are Australia's Aborigine. Be the rock that faces all the mighty oceans. Be the soft, smooth sand that soothes the stormy seas. Be the string that stands and fights against oppression. Be a strong Australian Aborigine. You are the children of our native nation. You are the voice that speaks for the land. You are the keepers of your people's culture, a true defender of this country grand. Don't lose your pride because you're sad, my people. Don't cry because you think you're not heard. Our country speaks in mother's tongue, so listen and learn the language of your mother's land. Be proud to speak your language loud and strong now. Be proud to dance your ancient corroboree. Stand tall, Indigenous people of this nation. You are Australian Aborigine. You are the spinifex on the Western Desert. You are the black boy palm on mountain, hill and plain. You are the platypus, the black swan, the mighty emu. Your dreaming brings you close to country again. Be the wedge-tailed eagle soaring high above us. Be the mighty red old man kangaroo. Be the old one that hides the precious stories. Be the cave that holds the precious stories in seal. Be the Coolaman that carries our future people. Be the dilly bag that holds the food we need. Be the string that holds the dilly bag together. Find the strength in our rivers pure. For the Woomera, the spear, the boomerang, the people, the sky, the land, the earth, the stories, the water, each Aborigine. So my people, don't be the driftwood tossed on a sea of misery. Don't be a cardboard cutout effigy. Don't be a fleeting memory of our people. Be strong, be proud, be Aborigine. Thank you. Now, I'll talk a little bit. I've said I've got a display here rather than there's, you'll see my mother and my father and my grandmother, Algendabu Lucy McGuinness. That's the story I wrote about my dad and the fight to better conditions for Aboriginal people.
Grandmother.
That's my father's mother. I don't have a photograph of my mother's mother because she's brought from Western Australia side. I'm Gurindji on my mother's side, but we never had the pleasure of meeting my mother's mother. And what I want to do, just sing out of one of my papers here tonight that I've presented over the years. It's called The Tides of Change. And these are just urging people to be strong and to stand your ground. And now it's happened. It's actually happened. I'm so pleased with this session. I'd be here every minute, but my health doesn't allow. So with the unveiling of the centre that was the half-caste compound here in Darwin, where our children were removed and brought in, I want to do this tribute first. Straighten it out first. And this is a tribute to all Aboriginal women and their children subject under the Commonwealth Native Affairs Act, which invested power to the government to remove all children of European descent from their native mothers and incarcerate them in compounds purposely built to estrange them from their natural development as a native of Australia. These women lost their children, whom were classified and categorised to a degree as children of mixed race. You know, they had us all depending on the colour of your skin, whether you was a half caste, a quarter caste, a quadroon, a three-quarter caste, you know. And some of us were referred to as 1155, just another niche and you'd be black, you know. So we went through all that horrible grading things. It wasn't nice, but, you know. These women lost their children under the Act, the Australian, according to the Act. There was a government act that allowed them to do this. And these children now are the children of the first colonisers and the first pioneers of the new nation, Australia. These children and their descendants should not suffer disassociation as a result of the national legislation which denied recognition of their rights as human beings to claim their inherent right as First Nation people. A big movement is happening in that area now, presently. The Act served to deem them helpless, whilst the practice of removal was absolute in power. The inherent rights of these people must be fully recognised, and recognition of them as the firstborn children of the colonised new nation of Australia, and not be treated any less, and certainly not as a blight on society, but integral to the development of a new colony. We've been left out of the picture. So this is a note I wrote to a friend and my sister, Vi Stanton, and Phyllis Dalart, who, like me and every Aboriginal people who have been trying to better things, relationships between our communities. And I'm just saying that there was much anguish and grievous moments shared by the three of us as we experienced the frustration of trying to understand our mother's unwillingness or inability to express any feelings referring to their forced removal or to their suffering or the harm that they may have experienced during their ordeals of separation from their respective mothers and areas. Pain and suffering was evident in their reluctance to relate, and one can only then surmise that the indoctrination and the control was thus complete and lasting. I mean, these are strong words, but that's exactly the feeling that we were experiencing, trying to get stories from our mother. So I called this Kilngari's child. Kilngari is my mother's name. They came here, they couldn't speak English. They just spoke English, their language. They had their names changed. You know, my mother ended up Violet, you know. Didn't know what a violet was, you know, nothing. But anyway, I search in wonder of a life that has passed. And in a grey distant cloud I see a path, I see a way forward, a door to enter. Should I proceed? Should I venture? If I turn the key to her memory's path, I'll unlock the secrets kept in a small child's heart, the trauma of removal buried deep inside. As I unfold the memories, patience be my guide. Gently now, ever so gently, for fear I may harm her tender soul. Protected, silenced, bound by a flimsy thread of gossamer gold. Fully conscious of her fragile state, I reach out to her, my trust to relate. Can she answer? Or should I refrain? Where are those who cause this pain? I search now for answers to questions left unsaid, and in my own haste towards my own destiny, not knowing where it led, I stumbled onwards, my curiosity not fed, waiting for the moment, waiting, waiting and waiting. I am reluctant to release any suffrage inside that may dare her naked and expose a pain so profound. The reasons why her story is not told and why I fault her now and I feel less bold. Thoughtless reasons for this tragic reality. A heinous crime against humanity. The brutal treatment of a defenceless child torn mercilessly away from her mother's side to be disassociated, isolated, disorientated, abandoned, left to stand alone. These outrageous atrocities should not be condoned. I was not aware of the circumstances that caused her flight and why the reasons were kept secret and out of sight. I continued to ask her questions so raw. If only I had known, I would have asked no more. It may seem I took for granted this person by my side, my mother, Kilngari, was once a tiny child. Nganju's child, taken far away to a different country, taken from her home and her community. What special inner strength nurtured her mental stability? How often did my mother cry? Those unanswered questions being the reason I now cry. Oh, but this I do remember, is how she coped throughout her life and how she did her duty as a mother and a wife. The memories of those encounters, she faced it on her own so her children did not suffer. She bore her cross alone. Nganju's child, Kilngari, sweet mother of mine, strong but gentle, a mother divine. Once my ignorance may have betrayed me, but now I know for sure, as a person, I really respect her. As my mother, I do adore. Honour your mothers. Thanks for listening. But there's so many things that we can say, and things are improving. The Chief Minister just opened a plaque at Carlin Compound site, and there'll be some development there, and we're hoping that it will include development for all people to enjoy. And I've put my plan up because they was going to build a casino there back in 1982. And that's when I started my fight for recognition for the Carlin site. It was called Carlin, but, you know, it never took on its real character that it was meant for. But things are changing. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this present program. I'd be here every minute, but my health fails me. But I hope you have a look through and see all the work that people have been doing over the years all around Australia, and doing it in a respectful way. You know, we're not taking out guns and fighting and goodness knows what. You know, we're trying to encourage people to get together, and we can. And Darwin is a good place because we always had that nature. That's why I wrote the song Arafura Pearl. Thank you, darling, and this is for you to look at. Thank you. Any questions? Going to talk? No. I hope it wasn't too hard for you. Yes, love? Mm. Yes. Oh, in 1913, yeah. Mm. Pardon? Oh, yeah, it's on the thing here, right up before the war, you know, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I'm looking for. Recognition of those people in the Carlin compound that, you know, helped to build Darwin. And they didn't, you know, they just took it as part of their duty as people of the community here. And they had to be, there's one of these ladies here who couldn't speak a word of English when she got here, but through the training she got from Carlin Compound, through Dr. Cook, there was Dr. Cook that was training them as health workers and that, she became a triple certificate nurse, and that's her family here today. You know, we got descendants of people who contributed to the building of Darwin through all the trauma that they faced, becoming, you know, people to be proud of. Mm. Some of them never ever reconnected with their families, and we don't have a place where we can put our memories down. I'm always encouraging people to do your genealogies, your family trees and everything like that, because a lot of us are losing them. Mm.
Can I tell a story, Mum?
Yeah, go on. Mm.
Just about my nana, Kilngurry, who we're talking about, was taken away from Waveville, probably about 3 or 4 years old, taken to Warrnambool to be a slave for a family in Warrnambool, and was kept there till she was an adult and then sent back. Now the thing is with my nana, when they took her, they didn't have a record of who she was, what family, where she came from or anything. So she was sent straight back to Darwin, which was the capital, I guess, of the Northern Territory. Knowing nothing else, she was just sent to Darwin. So she started searching for her family. Now, the miraculous thing is, my nana remembered her birth name, what she was given when she was birthed, which was Kilngurry. And I often asked about Mum about this, and she said, yeah, well, I asked Mum how she found out where she was from, and she started asking the elders around the place, my name Kilngurry, where I come from. And eventually they told her she came from Waveville, so it was established where she came from. Anyway, Nana died before I was born, but I was totally fascinated with my Nana being able to have the and I still don't understand it fully myself, a little tiny child being taken away and yet having the forethought or whatever, the wisdom, to remember her name right up until she's a young woman. And I said to Mum, well, how can a little 3-year-old kid know that's so important to remember that one word? And she did ask Mum and Nana, and Nana apparently said every night before she went to sleep, even though she had, 5 name changes or possibly more, all these other names given to her, every night before she closed her eyes, she'd say, me Kilngurry. So even though she was Violet or she was all these Polly or whatever his name, she said, me Kilngurry, every night before she closed her eyes, me Kilngurry. So
And
me being the
That
granddaughter,
reconnected her.
me being the first one grandchild, kind of, I was fascinated with my nana and I still am. I'm in awe of her. I made this song called Remember Your Name because through the miracle of blackfellow law, because when we get our names, they are totally related to country and environment and all that sort of stuff. So Kilngurry was actually the bottom of the 2 hills, Mum? But the miraculous thing is that name, Kilngurry, actually placed my grandmother right back where she was birthed. Now, how beautiful is that? So anyway, I made this song. I'll sing it, Mum.
Big Hill Mob.
Now, how powerful is that? That's our law. She was named after the place where she was birthed, and that brought her back. Yeah. I'll write this song for my nana. Remember your name. Remember your skin. Remember your tribal land. Sweet child of mine, 'cause you're going away. I don't know why it has to be this way. We tried our best to hide. Sweet child of mine, tried to hide you away. Don't know where you're going to. Don't know what you have to do. Don't know if you live or die. But before you go, remember your name. Remember your skin. Remember your tribal land. Sweet child of mine, 'cause you're going away. Going away. Sweet child of mine, you're going away. So when I made that song, people often ask you about what the story is behind the song, and I actually thought for myself for the first time that, because I'm still in awe of my grandma, and I don't know what possesses a 3-year-old to remember the one word. But then I thought, well, you know what? My greater nana, my nana's mum, must have knew what was coming, knew that baby was going to go, and she must have been saying to her, remember your name. Remember. I think that's the only logical thing I can think for a little 3-year-old to find the significance, because a lot of people lost their name, everything. But I think my big nana must have been saying, remember your name, because she knew that was going to bring her back one day.
And the thing was, she was mostly known as Polly McGuinness. But it was because the people she worked for used to sing the song, Polly Put the Kettle On. But her, her name was, they gave her the name Violet. And then they gave her her supposed father's name, Wakelin, which we never ever found out whether it was so or not, but we believe it was right. We sort of knew all the fathers, but you couldn't claim, you know. But she was always being called Polly because that name stuck to her, Polly McGuinness. But her given name was Violet Wakelin. Confusing.
I think would be a lovely thing to sing. We sang it yesterday somewhere on Weevilly Porridge, and seeing that my nana was sent down to Warrnambool to be a domestic, poor thing, little slave girl. So we sang the song Weevilly Porridge, which is about, really came from a Black Women in Focus festival where we did a play called Ginderella. And this was a scene that we had all the women in the mission cooking the food for all the missionaries and, you know, being domestics, but having a bit of fun about it too. You know, so it was, I'll sing that for you because I think it's a nice little thing to... Weevilly porridge, I'm going insane. Weevilly porridge, gonna wreck my brain. Stir 'em in the treacle, put 'em in the tea. Only for to drink 'em up, missionary. Huh? Am I going wrong?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
I thought you was going wrong. I'm going wrong. Far out. Sorry. Start again.
Go on.
You can record this, fellas. We should have said it at the start, you know. Record us. Share us. Oh, okay.
no.
Thank you. See, getting dementia. Weevilly porridge, I'm going insane. Weevilly porridge, gonna wreck my brain. Stir 'em in treacle, make 'em taste sweet. Put 'em along the stove and turn 'em up heat. Milk from powder tin, milk from goat. Weevilly porridge, pour 'em down throat. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Never mind the weevils, never mind the taste. 'Cause missionary, she been saying, don't you waste. Weevilly porridge, make 'em pretty strong. Spread 'em like a damper, can't go wrong. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Bless 'em, little weevil, bless 'em, little me. 'Cause we been like a trick 'em, just you see. Catch 'em, little weevil, put 'em in the tea. Only for to drink 'em up, missionary. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Mission food, sent from heaven, must be good. Hey, look at the protector coming back again. Protector, he been coming, give us daily ration. Cook 'em plenty food for him, them weevils, we been smash 'em. Weevils in the sago, weevils in the rice. Protector, he been saying,
Tastes nice.
Weevilly porridge. Now, oh, one more thing, darling? Or have you got another thing? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just going to do one quick one because what happened was on the meet and greet night, we shared a couple of songs, but, you know, the other people, countrymen, come and we had some songs and some dinner and that. And then we sang some songs and we really wanted to sing Brisbane Blacks. And I didn't know it well enough. I know it a bit. So I thought, how can we not know this song? It's such an important song. And in the light of Auntie Faith, I don't know if Auntie Faith is here or not, but Auntie Faith, I apologise for not honouring you properly on the first day, but the fact that this Change Fest happened on Auntie Faith country, and it gathered up momentum, and then it went to Mount Druitt, and now it's here in Darwin. So to honour everything, to round it all, to bring it all up to where it's at now, I would really want to invite the elders, especially Auntie Faith. Sorry to put you on the spot, darling, but no pressure. But I have since learned that the song Brisbane Blacks is from Auntie Faith family, blood family, And I think when there's important songs, we need to honour them by learning them and singing them. So that's what we're going to do. I got some copies, and I'm going to call on the Babain elders. And Auntie Faith, and anyone, Uncle Neil, anyone else who wants to come up brave enough to, let's sing Brisbane Blacks, and let's all learn Brisbane Blacks, and then from this day on, let's learn those important songs so we all know them and we all honour them and we all sing them proudly and strongly. We wanted to sing a whole lot more, but we were struggling just to get the words to Brisbane Blacks and all that. But can we do it? Auntie Faith, are we allowed to sing your family song? She coming? Auntie Faith, is that all right? All right. Auntie Elaine, Auntie Jenny. Now, the hero of the day, there was a couple of them, but Auntie Jenny really knew the words to the song and can sing amazingly. So we're going to do it. KK, my words in my bag, darling, please. And
this song is sung all over New South Wales.
Aunties.
I don't know where it's sung anywhere else.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Aunties,
All the boys in jail know this song. All the girls in jail know
Auntie, Auntie, say it on the microphone because we're being streamed live.
Here, look.
I don't want to say it on the mic.
Yeah. No, but it's important. It's really important. Where's the chair for Auntie? Oh, yeah, another Auntie.
Well, I was just saying
Take this
that
one,
everyone in New South Wales knows this song,
Sorry, I'm talking about the Auntie.
Give them the mic.
and it gets sung all the time. All the boys in jail sing it. The girls, they just love it. You know, because I think it's an important song, and you know. But yeah, I can't believe that Auntie here didn't know all the words.
I know, I can't believe it.
Oh, anyway, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
What are you giving us mics to sing? I'm just going to sing. I don't know the words properly.
Please, everybody, sing along and,
Getting too old now, forget them.
you know, because I don't know if you sang it. Anybody want to sing too?
Here, Mother Mike
Mark,
here.
have you got one?
Mother Mike here, because I don't know the song.
I think we need to honour
Give them the mic.
our songwriters and our poets and
Give
everything
them the mic.
and sing with strong voice. Is it?
They're just about to put the words up for us
Oh, excellent.
on the big.
Where, which way? This way?
We're going to put it behind you.
Take the mic because I can't sing it.
Is that all right for you, Auntie? Yeah, you can give it to them.
I can't sing it.
TV, I saw a story of the Brisbane Blacks.
Thank you, Annie. Deadly. How good is that?
That's the national anthem, that one.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for singing. I think we got another act now. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Annie. Love you.
Whose phone down here?
Oh,
laying
mine.
around?
It's making too much noise.
That's what
Darling, can this stuff stay for now? Or?
That's
All
what I
right.
was gonna say. It's alright to stay.
All right, thank you, darling. I will leave it here.
There's this one.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, good.
Right, mother? Yeah.
Next we'll have Deadly Lena Kelly performing some stuff for us. Make some noise.
Nana Kathy, you make me bawl my eyes out with your stories. So I'll be singing 3 songs. One is the original. It's the first song I'll be singing. I'm Larrakia Wachigan. Trying to get myself together. For some reason, I bawl my eyes out when stories are told about the stolen generations. Not afraid to Fly, little bird, use your wings to pierce the sky. Don't look back, everything must pass with the morning tide. Fly, little bird, use your wings to pierce the sky. Don't look back, everything must pass with the morning tide. Thank you. Seen trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you. So this is my last song. It's another cover song. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. I know I like when you laugh, but now I know I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, come on. Yeah, yeah. I'll give you jewelry and money too. That ain't all I do for you. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried in my grave. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to treat you right, but you stayed out all night. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Thank you. Which one? She can sing too, you know. She's a karaoke queen. Oh, what to sing? What to sing? Oh. What fast one? Now this is a song about my blue days in depression. Thank you. She can sing too, you know. Apparently, we do not have enough time. But the next act, please stick around for the next act. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Check, check. Hi everyone, I'm Ray Ray. I emceed the event as well, but I'll be just doing a quick set. I'll be doing a spoken word and then 2 songs. I'm a local MC, so do a little bit of rhyme, a little bit of sing, a little bit of poetry, spoken word. I'll be your third last act for tonight. After me we have Deadly Jaquavas on, but I'll just get my beats sorted. This first one I call Negative Media. Actually, no, that's the old name for it, sorry. This first one I wrote about just the stereotypes and the negative stereotype of us and how we're portrayed in the media as blackfellas. Like, you rarely see good news stories, and when you do, and it's for our mob, they're usually buried under, oh, blackfellas breaking into houses, you know, we're all living on the dole and shit, sorry to swear, and stuff like that. So I wanted to make this song to spread awareness about how we very rarely get positive media representation. This is called For Us Blacks. Negative media, negative media. Negative media coverage for us blacks, where police see your skin and they wanna harass. No law for those cops who attack, no justice, just us, that's a fact. When they take our children, steal our land, now they wanna frack. Listen to the elders, please take that step back. When you poisoned our waterways just like that, don't even care about the future and your impact, just trying to keep the money flow intact. The rich white boys club pay no tax. They pay no tax. Negative media for us blacks. I said negative media for us blacks. For us blacks. For us blacks. For us blacks. I'm trying to get a job, stop this racist poverty where there's lateral violence between us colleagues. Tokenistic black fellas everywhere I see, but we the people, we know our needs. Progressing youth suicides, but nobody cares. I'm trying to spread awareness, but nobody's there. I'm the change, I can feel the swell in the air. Getting money from the government, au contraire. Negative media, negative media, negative media. For us blacks, for us blacks, for us blacks. Yeah, and that was my first one. Thank you. Thank you. Got a really deadly crowd out tonight. Thank you to the Change Fest mob as well for having me. Really pumped. Sorry. A little bit nervous, so be patient with me. This one is called Ancestors. It's about how we have to honor our mob, about how we always have our ancestors, our elders, our law and our country to connect to. You know, as young people growing up in a day and age where we have to exist within colonial society, we have to exist within Balanda society, as well as respecting our culture, honoring our law and our people. So we're walking in two worlds. This song, for me, I wrote it just to express how, you know, we can get down. This stuff can put us down. Like, you know, I feel useless sometimes. Not useless, I'd say. I feel exhausted because we're constantly the only mob that are pushing for our mob. Like, you know, we're constantly having to fight and to be strong. Like, and then it comes back on us, you know. They're like, oh, angry black fellas, but what are we angry for? I'm dead in the head as it fumbles on my spine when anxious thoughts in my head run wild, while fear is my default and courage my spine. I don't want death, but I might wanna die. I wanna truly live and enjoy all this life, but it's hard when I barely wanna be alive. What's next? Is there even an other side? Can y'all tell me? They say freedom is a state of mind, but what does freedom even bloody feel like? When we're trapped to a system without equal rights, where we fight to survive, even be recognized, where my people are all just dropping like flies. No remorse, not even televised. Y'all don't even care about our black lives, just whatever happens to trend online. They don't care. Oh, ancient ancestors, ancient ancestors, ancient Ancient ancestors with sacred song lines. Our cultural connection extends through time. Ancient ancestors with sacred song lines. Our cultural connection extends through my bloodline. Through this timeline. White coppers. Hey, sorry about that. Ancient lands with these vast song lines that expands through my hands and through your bloodline. Our original land is where you reside. Pick up the knowledge, educate your mind. Your survival is lethal. We need you alive. Strong warrior, not just a victim. You got a community, come and uplift them. A story to tell. You've been through hell, but it's time to thrive. Yet these things are shifting. We need you alive. Not just a stat in this Belinda system. Belinda system. Not just a stat. Ancient ancestors with sacred song lines. Our cultural connection extends through time. Ancient ancestors, yes, ancient ancestors. Sacred connection with cultural blessings. Without cultural blessings, got these ancient ancestors. White coppers never face a conviction. This country is built on their lies and racism. They stole our children, now forced into missions. They're trying to dictate and put in restrictions. They're trying to erase all our law and our wisdom. Locking us up and they're filling their prisons. Dismiss our symptoms on the street. Better keep your distance, scared merely by black existence. This is the product of capitalism. Our people are dying, we spark the resistance. And like diamonds, we're gonna glisten. For all my people listening, keep on blessing, 'cause we're gonna glisten. Ancient ancestors with sacred song lines. Cultural connection extends through time. Young person, now that you get it, it took you some time, but now that you're listening, take all your truth, burn down the system, new history, books will be written. We need to protect our ecosystems, nurture our land, and use our traditions. It's gonna be hard, but keep on persisting. Just keep on persisting. For all my people listening, just keep on persisting. Yo. Thank you. Thank you, my babe. Thank you, my babe. Really deadly crowd. Really pumped to be out here tonight. I love doing music and writing and getting like stuff off my chest and expressing my mob stories and using this platform for good, you know. Thank you. The second one I'm gonna do is a spoken word. It's about, sorry, I just learned how to use this little beep bop sample machine the other week, so I'm pretty new to it, but it's been going good so far. This one I might just get some reverb and echo on the vocals. Maybe more echo on the vocals, yeah. This one I wrote, came to me a couple nights ago. It's about my great-grandmother, Daisy Murphy. She was in the Stolen Generations. This one I wrote about the Croker Island exodus. So in World War II, when the Japanese were bombing and trying to invade around, trying to invade Australia, she and a couple other kids and one nun had to travel over 5,000 kilometers to ensure their safety. This is for her. Yo, just get more echo if you can. In 1942, my great-grandmother traveled by foot, boat, horse, and canoe. Traveled by truck and train, across desert sand, riverbeds and waterways, across mud, dirt, and flood plains. In World War II, when the Japanese tried to invade, my great-grandmother had to flee the Christian mission and escape. She never knew her land nor her mother's name. What a shame. My great-grandmother, Daisy Murphy. When World War II raged on, and my great-grandmother had to escape from bombs, war, explosions, scared, confused, commotion, worried without her people, she was stolen. Stolen by the government, by institutions. When racism was raging and the government were looting, they stole our children from their culture, from their country, from their land, from their law, from their language, from their ceremony, from their people, from their belonging, from everything they knew. They were grown up the Christian way. From ceremony to city life, her sacrifices, they're what made me and put me in this place right now to be my great-grandmother, Daisy Murphy. Remember her name. Thank you, aunties. The injustices are still happening today. Just now they've created systems where they're considered legal, where the government can keep wronging our people. We gotta stand strong, stand tall, and fight. Keep fighting for our land, our people, our language, our rights. Take my words, take my lessons, and think about them beyond this moment. What can you do to help support us? Buy from Black businesses, support Black artists, attend Black events, attend our marches, our rallies, help our mob. When you see our mob on the street, don't label them as drunks, don't label them as public disorderly. See if they need a feed. If they ask for dollars, don't see them as humbug. See them as mob that just haven't had the time to attain the knowledge that you have. We all have different life experiences, so be kind. That's how I'm gonna end it tonight. Thank you, mob, so much. This has been amazing, Okay, next, because I'm also the MC. Um, next, we have on Hartford Jaquavas doing an acoustic set. They sing deadly songs about our mob and in language, the Brada language, so stick around for that too. My thank you. And then we have Deadliest Performance by Crystal Love, so y'all better stay around for that. Thank you.
We really need to know properly way of family ways of mum. The elders are here asking, are you mum? I know, but I'm not going to, you tell them, darling. Come on. Just the girl over there in the wings too. Come on, come on.
This is
Brothers and sisters, look here. And there's
it's my older sister helping organize Change Fest. This is my brother, talented family. Yeah, our mob is Anbaradiama tribe from Maningrida through my father's side. He's from West Arnhem Land. Jopum Mackenzie, Paulie Mackenzie, you might know him. He's a Wild Water Band musician. Somebody's mom. And then my mother, Nolita Young, Coral Young's daughter, she's from Centre, so she's Lurcha mob. And then WA through her father, she's Yamachi. And that's my mob. Oh, also I'm Ray Ray as well. Yeah. That's my name. You can follow me on Instagram, Ray_Mackenzie. My Facebook, just Rachel Mackenzie. Find it pretty easy. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. That's what we needed to hear. Next time. Too deadly. Powerful.
Yo, how is everyone? Good day, we're half of Jaquavas band. We sing song lines and messages from Arnhem Land, Maningrida. Sing a bit in language, yeah. We usually got more members, but they're a bit busy at the moment. So it's just us two. This is Sam over here. It's my bungee. Yeah. Yeah. Is this guitar mic on? No. Oh, you guys hear it? Yeah, sweet. Hey. Oh, can we send it through fallback as well, please? So this first song we're doing is called 1967. It's about the Aboriginal referendum that let us Aboriginal people be recognised as humans and get Australian citizenship. We got the right to go to school, to work. Yeah, that's not that long ago. That's only 54 years. Anyway, yeah, this is for my elders that fought for us people. In 1967, oh, that's when we were recognized. Who considered human life? And we got gifted human rights. How many years from when we were colonized? Oh, our elders had to get up and fight for us to be equalized, or to the rest of humankind. But we've been fighting for a very long time, 'cause in this system, man, we feel jeopardized. Evil history they still deny. When they deny the children's cries, when they were taken from their parents' arms, when they said they wouldn't do no harm for the next generations to come. But now they don't know where they're from. Oh, now they don't know where they're from. So in 1967, so in 1967, so in 1967, considered humans not possession. So in 1967, oh, in 1967, so in 1967, I just lost the string for a song. When they're trying to make it black, sorry. When they're trying to make it black versus white. When the system's trying to split us into sides. When we've been forced to live westernized. In my mob, we did not get to decide. But we can show you our way, it's more wise. Because us being in mob, we never divide. And we give love to all of the tribes. Unlike them Western minds. Like I wasn't with humans. Now only. That's something I can't understand. They came and thought they was the boss man. Stealing people and to wipe us out, that was their plan. But we've been here before time began. In 1967, so in 1967, so in 1967, considered humans not possession. So in 1967, so in 1967. Yo, thank you, Mom. We would do another one, but I currently don't have any more strings, yeah, so. Can I borrow your guitar, honey? Is that okay? Oh, sweet as. Cheers for that.
But you don't really need a guitar, my baby. Beautiful, darling.
Yo, thank you. This next song is called Arawa. Arawa is a word in my language. It means home or belonging, wherever your roots feel strongest. And the song is about missing your Arawa, wherever it may be. Just being sick of being in the city, the time schedule, the busyness of it all, and just wanting to be back home in the bush. Ma, I hope you like it. Living in a city now, skin I'm missing my heart. Living in a city no more. Skin I'm missing my heart. You're living in a city no more. King I'm missing my heart. I paro. And madanda karati yama kupanga arapakadanga dang. Always gifted from my ninyas and maka. When I kupanga bugulakin machida. But I rock with my mama trying to catch him jijita. Mama jolly swimming in the bugala. And my ninyas watching for the mother chilla. And no jungle from my maka. In the old days with the ballin' days, oh, at the butcher. Want to get them a jijija, a rapper and bomb butler. And we cook them at the ball kenda. And that balaji, but a babe banana. And wobara makaraba moonana. Wobata to the delapa. Living in a city no more. King I'm missing my para. Living in a city no more. King I'm missing my para. Kupanga. Kadang-kadang Menenyan rita on land. Anamunya rangu eken ngatia, anamunya kapan bona, oto ijama, otat mana kara with my ya, mama mama jala maka collecting nonta, and on bombala, forget then on boy bara, bakara
from without fame. That from Anbara to Sarao to Kanmala. Jalapa. Jalapa. And at the job when we was developers, what like in that yard can die.
That just means when we were young kids, we used to dance in the rain at Gubanga.
Living in the city no more. King I bow, I'm missing my heart. Living in the city no more. King I bow, I'm missing my heart. I bought
Yo, thank you. That's a song. Yeah, that was our last one. Stay around now. We still got one more act. Thank
Check. All right, everybody, thank you for a beautiful night, but stick around. We got more feed coming. Look there. And we also got the deadly Crystal Love on next. So please stick around and be a deadly crowd for him. Thank you.
Hello? Yeah, I'd like to say welcome to Larry Care Country, and I'm from Tiwi Island, and got a lot of families here living in Darwin, but I'm now just acknowledge all the people, past and present, elders who are living today, and actually who are here in the crowd, like Auntie, and I'd like to thank all the people here in the Northern Territory. Thank you.
Something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did
the first Australians, not only equal, they are a beautiful race of people still alive.
Think about it. There must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh,